Hey guys, this is our coach webinar. Today is Tuesday, February 16th, and Amanda Bush and I are so excited to introduce ourselves to you guys and share the coach opportunity and how much it's changed our lives. I'm Danielle Howe. I'm a two-star Diamond Beachbody coach. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that I can go ahead and go on with my story of a little bit about me because I have a slide for it. But I did want to open up the mic to Amanda for a little bit because I'm sure she wants to kind of give a quick little introduction as well.
All right. Hey, everybody. Amanda Bush here. I am a one-star Diamond coach, and I don't really have much of an intro other than thanks for joining in. And hopefully at the end, maybe we'll have some time for Q&A if people want to hang out. And I'm excited to see these slides, and I'll jump in with my input as we go. So hello, everyone, and thanks for being here.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right. I'm not going to make a big screen so I can still see your pretty faces on the side of my screen. But can you guys see this all right? You're good? Cool. Okay, so I just want to start with my story. Like I said, I'm a two-star Diamond Beachbody coach. I'm actually a college dropout, so I went to college to become a teacher, and I had 2 semesters left and dropped out. A lot of the reason was because of Dakota. He was up here in St. Louis, and I quit to be with him and gave up my degree, which is totally okay because God led me to be a daycare provider, which is what my mom did my entire life. So I knew that I had a passion in it. I love kids, and it was always my number one passion. Love it so much. And so that's what I do. I work 7 to 5 every day, and I'll give you guys a breakdown of what my schedule is in a little bit here. But it was pretty we got married, and it was pretty easy to fall into fast food. We were working 50, 60 hours a week, and so it was always easier to pick up food, and I put on 30 pounds. And one day I was cleaning the bathtub of the family I was nannying for, and my biggest pair of jeans I own ripped, and I just broke down in tears. That was like my turning moment. Like, I have to do something about this. And so we decided to commit to insanity. I mean, out of all the programs, we picked like the most insane one. It wasn't easy. I have a slip disc in my back, so it was like a constant battle every day. But we told ourselves we were going to do this because not only for ourselves, but for our marriage, we needed to be the healthiest we could be for each other and for our future kids. So I was almost done with insanity, and I posted on an insanity page saying, is it possible to be addicted to insanity? Kind of like a mental thing, like, yes, I'm addicted, I'm going to keep doing this, but at the same time, I was kind of scared that once I finished, I'd fall off the wagon and, just kind of go back to my old ways. So that's where I heard about coaching. So it was introduced to me, and one of the main reasons I signed up was for the accountability. Truly, like, anything extra was a bonus to be able to help others. I was excited about just by sharing my journey that I could help others as well. So I didn't have a 6-pack. I wasn't at my goal weight, nothing. I just decided to become a coach to keep myself accountable. We signed up using a credit card. Now, that's not me recommending that. That was just us. At the time when I signed up as a coach, we were on food stamps, and we put it on credit card because I told myself I'm going to make this work no matter what. And the first, any bit of commissions or whatever I make is going to go towards that credit card to pay it off. So that was my first goal. So we went ahead and moved forward with it. Little did I know, 11 months later, I'd be able to retire my husband from his 50 and over hour a week job that he was miserable at. If you follow me, you probably know that Dakota and I are like crazy close. We met when we were 13 years old. And so we're always by each other's side. So some people might be like, I don't want my husband home. But that is totally not us. Like, we love every second together. So that was like my greatest goal once I learned, oh my gosh, the income potential with this is awesome. Like, just by me sharing my journey and sharing it with others, I can become financially free. So I was able to retire him from his job. And now I'm designing my own life. We are traveling. Like, we've been to Cancun. I would have never dreamed been to Cancun, and so many other places. LA, Las Vegas, Nashville, just to name a couple. It's awesome. We're going on a cruise in 26 days. So I'm making my own hours. I'm setting goals for when I want to quit daycare. Like I said, daycare is a passion of mine, but as I grew with Beachbody and realized the potential of many more lives I can change too, it's kind of grown to be just as much of a passion as mine. So eventually that's exactly what I want to do full time. So that's our goal right now. So that's a little bit about me. Now, what makes our team unique? So our specific team that Dakota and I run, is Exhilarated Empire. So here's our logo. I don't know if you guys can see the whole page. But Amanda is my success partner. And so we kind of combine, forces and work together and help each other's teams. So it's pretty cool. We have a closed group for just our coaches. So you'll have that support group that's just for coaches only. So that's pretty cool to have that kind of network of people that are all working towards their own goals, as well as encouraging you on yours. We have free team trainings and websites. So our team has our own website of training to walk you through, which is pretty cool because I've actually had coaches that used to be a coach a long time ago, but they didn't hardly know their coach and they had no training. So that's one really cool thing about our coach team is that we have those trainings for you. And ebooks, like for example, I have ebooks on how to post or how to go through the training or tutorials. So that's pretty cool to have that too. We also do team calls and webinars like this right now, a coach webinar. Our team calls are every Thursday, so that's pretty stinking awesome. You can see this up here as an example of a team call. So we all get together and we go over subjects of things that, whether if it's something somebody's struggling with or accomplishments or tips, we just go over some trainings and stuff. And it's really cool to all connect and get together and see each other's faces and just, talk about our goals. So that's pretty exciting too. We also have group trainings for new coaches. So let's say you were to sign up as a coach today and you're like, okay, what now? You're going to be plugged into something. You're in good hands. We have a training that immediately as soon as you sign up, you're getting plugged into this training to be set up so that you can go at a pace that's going to make you successful and teach you, what makes a successful coach, like, how I've gotten to where I am, how Amanda's gotten to her where she's been, and any other coach. So it's pretty cool that you can, have that that training right there for you right away and you're not left in empty hands. Like I said before, of having this group, you're surrounding yourself with positive, supportive, and healthy people. I mean, there's just nothing greater than that because I know me too, when I signed up as coach, you don't necessarily have everyone on your side. You have a lot of negative Nancy's or a lot of people that just don't really support you. And so that's one great thing about our community of coaches is everybody's in it for the same reasons. We're all trying to be the healthiest version of ourselves and be the best that we can be. And so we're always lifting each other up and supporting each other and everything. We have team events. So this is pretty cool too. We have things like Super Saturday, so which is like a local event where you can meet up with local coaches. And you can do, you'll do a workout. There'll be success stories and a video from corporate. So that's pretty neat. Coach Summit, if you follow your coach, I'm sure you've seen them post about Coach Summit. It's stinking awesome. It's like our huge group where we get together, and this year's Nashville, last year was Nashville. And so it's really, really stinking cool to see success stories and kind of just see it live and in action and really get a feel for what Beachbody is. So like I said, you'll have everything you need and more once you get, sign up as a coach. You're left in good hands because we take care of you. And so, yeah. So as far, Amanda, did you have anything to add to that slide before we move on?
Yeah, everything she said. No, like Danielle said, we all have team trainings. What I love about our team is that we have done kind of a lot of the dirty work for you and like simplified a system to get you started. So all the mistakes that we made back when we first started, when there weren't trainings out there, we've kind of streamlined it and made it so you guys don't have to go over as many of those hurdles that we did. And I love that we combine our team calls and we get to bounce ideas off of each other. And although we're on different teams, we all have the, support and the supportive environment for you. So each Danielle's team and my team both have our own training system to get you started so you can see some success early on.
Yeah. Another thing I wanted to add too is kind of has to go along with that is because that we've had to teach ourselves a lot of the stuff. When I signed up, my coach actually quit. So I've done a lot of the stuff, by going to my Coach Online office and learning, going through trainings. And but I've made a lot of tutorial videos. So some of you may have already seen them, but basically I make a tutorial for everything. So those of you that, you kind of need a visual, we have that too, which is pretty cool because I'm one of those that I have to see it, to really understand it. So that's always there too. Okay. So pick your path. So when people are looking at coaching, I always kind of like to give them a visual of what kind of coach they could be. So there's like 3 different coaches. You can be a discount coach, a hobby coach, or a business builder. So a discount coach is basically you really just want to sign up to coach because you want the discounts. You don't want to have anything to do with coaching. You just want to enjoy 25% off your products. And if you can refer Shakeology or whatever you're doing to 3 people, your Shakeology is covered. And so you're just, basically just doing it for the discount. So that's if, you really want to commit to Shakeology a long time, but you really don't want to look into the business. Now, let's say you want a step up. So like a hobby coach, maybe a little bit of extra money on the side would be kind of nice, but it's not like you're hell bent for it. So you would do everything you would do as a discount coach. You would recommend to others what works for you. Like, let's say you see results from Shakeology. You feel amazing because of the probiotics and prebiotics and everything in it that's really helping your health and everything. So you're going to post about it, and that's going to speak to people because they're going to see how real it is. So just by recommending it and being a proof of that it works, you're going to draw in some people, so that'll earn you a little bit extra income for, hobbies, vacation, what have you. Now, business builder, this is kind of like, my view. When I kind of figured out coaching, I realized at first I was like, hobby coach would be cool. And then I kind of realized what I could do with the business. I was like, okay, I can turn this into a business. I'm going to retire my husband from his full-time job, and then I'm going to retire me. So this is, business builder. So this means you're doing everything as a discount coach and a hobby coach, and you're building your team of coaches, and you're leading, inspiring people, and teaching them how to do the same thing. So you're basically teaching them what you're doing and growing your team to earn a full-time income. You get to be your own boss and create your own freedom, fire your boss if that's your goal. And we have building blocks that teaches you, what stepping stones to hit in order to reach that. So that's kind of a good way to view your options of what kind of coach you want to be. There is nothing wrong with a discount coach at all. I have so many discount coaches just because they strictly just want the discount on Shakeology, and that's perfectly fine. Amanda, did you have anything to add with that?
One thing, if you guys can't see the full graphic, you can drag this little window of Danielle and the other participants. You can drag the little window around if you can't quite see it. I just wanted to throw that in. But yeah, you covered it perfectly. That's exactly. I started as a discount coach because I had never tried Shakeology before becoming a coach, but everybody was saying such amazing things about it. I thought, well, I'm going to try this, and I might as well get it, with my coach package. So I did, and I thought, well, that would be cool to get this for free. And I just, hey, it snowballs. Once you kind of get into this community of awesome people and you see what's possible, you go for it. So that's what happened with me. But I strictly started for the discount. And then once a little extra started coming in, I started seeing the potential.
Yeah. Okay. What does a coach do? Okay. So we focus on the 4 vital behaviors. So we're inviting new people all the time. So whether that's just to our team, like a lot of you are in our team, Focus Fitness, or Amanda's team, and you have basically just this support group of people. We're always inviting to that. We're inviting to challenge groups because challenge groups helps people commit to a program and Shakeology, and guaranteed results. We're always being a product of the product. So we're always drinking our Shakeology. We're always doing our workouts. We're not just doing one or the other. We're being a proof that the product works. You can't really be a proof if you're not actually doing the product, so you have to be a product of the product. Personal development. This one is kind of one that kind of sits aside with some people, and they don't realize how important it is until they start doing it, and they're like, wow, this really just amplified my business. So for me, I do personal development with our Bible, and I also do a business personal development. So they're completely 2 different things. I have a spiritual one, and I have a business one that really helps amp up my aspect and my view on my business and look at it in a whole different perspective. I'm constantly learning and fueling my mind, which is huge. So personal development and then recognition. I'm constantly recognizing our team for their accomplishments, and not even just our team, our challengers who are getting results in the challenge groups and committing to workouts and whatever it is, we're always recognizing them. I mean, even if you don't like to be recognized, everybody likes to be talked about, right? So that's a big step too. We're connecting with people daily via social media such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, or even in person. It's really all up to you. I have a good friend of mine who actually loves talking to people in person, and that's better for her. It's a better outlet. Me, if you've watched any of my videos before, I'm an introvert. So living in St. Louis, we knew nobody. And I was like, how in the world am I going to become a coach? And I don't know anyone around here. That was my biggest fear. And I came to learn that, wow, there's this thing called social media, and I can reach out to all these people, and they can't judge you, you know? So that's pretty cool. I've been able to build an entire network all on social media. And that's kind of where your team and your upline comes in handy too, is because they help you get comfortable, so does your personal development, with reaching out to those new people and inviting people because you have something so awesome to share. So that's what us coaches are doing constantly. Like I said, reaching out to new people, making new friends and building relationships, which is pretty cool, and sharing what we're doing to keep people inspired or motivated. So I don't just post here and there on Facebook. I'm always posting because I'm so excited about what I have to share. Like when I wake up in the morning and see my challengers that are posting, you know, their results and how great they feel, that's priceless. I'm going to share it because I want other people to be inspired by that. It's always positive. We're always checking in with our challenge groups. So I'm talking about our challenge groups. So we check in to make sure that we're keeping them accountable. They're sticking to their workouts and see if there's anything we can do to help motivate them more. Dakota used to work all these hours, so he used to plan to schedule his posts, and some coaches do that. They have apps where you can literally schedule posts throughout the day. So if you were to go to my profile, I think this is pretty common with coaching. Some people might think, oh, I have to be a salesman, but you don't. Like if you go to my page or Amanda's page or Dakota's page, you're not going to see anything salesy on it because I'm not over here blasting by Shakeology. You know, I'm living my life and I'm just posting about, you know, what's changed my life. And that is what kind of keeps people engaged. So when you plan your post, so it's not always just flex, you know, Shakeology, you got a variety. So I'm always posting about faith, family, fitness, food, fashion, inspiration. There's always a variety with value in my posts. It's not just, you know, slapping them all up at one time. So you can schedule them too. Personal development, I already talked about that. I am messaging coaches and customers to check in. So we're just following up. I always set a block of time off for that, and I'll explain that later when I talk about my schedule. But that way I can keep up with my customers and my challengers and my coaches. Creating fun images. I know Amanda can agree with me on this. Canva and PicMonkey.com, they're like the greatest sites ever because it's so fun to create your graphics to whether you recognize your team, making a huge shout out or just kind of making fun images to post, you know, and inspiring pictures. So that's fun too. It's time consuming if you let it be, but it's so much fun. That's a great, really cool thing to do with coaching too. And basically then we show others what we're doing. We teach our team how we're doing so that they can duplicate it and do the same thing. So that's all I have to say with that one. Amanda, you have anything? Nope.
Yeah. I mean, all of this, of course, and just, you know, I think what's cool about this business is that when you're posting on social media, you can be yourself. You don't have to be Danielle. You don't have to be me. You can literally post about your own journey and share what you're doing and post about what lights you up, you know, what is fun in your life. And it doesn't have to be all fitness focused. You don't have to be this nutrition expert. You don't have to post, you know, training tips and meal plans or whatever. If that's not your thing, you know, you're a mom and you're working on getting fit at home, then focus on that. And, you know, you're going to attract people to you just by being you. So I love that there's so many outlets for us to use. And you can really look at what your gifts are. If you're somebody who loves Pinterest, then by all means, you're going to grow your business through Pinterest. So there's just so many options, and I love that.
Okay. A day in the life of a coach. So Amanda, you can take the wheel on this one.
All right. I'm going to wait till my little graphic gets caught up here. It's scrolling. Okay, here I am. It's me. Okay, so I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 kids. I have a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old. So I get up in the morning and I take my kids to school. Then I come home and I kind of skim through my Facebook to see if anybody's messaged me overnight, see if there's something that I have to respond to right away, and take care of the urgent stuff. Then I read my personal development, which is just a book, that I've picked based on, something that I think I need to work on for myself. And it's truly personal development. It's not necessarily a business training, but it's something that's going to improve me, spiritually or whatever it is. Plan out my meals for the day. I have my little notebook, and I'm doing the hammer and chisel plan right now, which the meal plan is similar to the 21-day fix if you're familiar with those little containers that we use. And I plan all that out in the morning. And I plan it day by day. Some people do it by the week, but I just find it's easier to do each day for me. Plan out my tasks in my little planner. If there's anything I have to do, I'll kind of review, what my day looks like. Drink my coffee, of course. Work out, make sure to take selfies, wink, wink. This is important because I'm sharing what I'm doing, right? So I have to make sure to take a selfie or it didn't happen, right? So I do that as proof that I did my workout, post that into my challenge group, post it on my wall sometimes. I don't go crazy and post workout stuff all day, but I will post that for my accountability. Shower and get ready, listen to music. I am somebody who likes a fun, upbeat environment, so I like to get my mind right and get my music on. And then I dive into chatting with people on Facebook. And the other day, my son was like, "Mom, your work is really not work. You're just on Facebook." And I was like, "Dude, this is my work. This is what I do." So I will message people for a good hour. I'll set a timer just to make sure I keep myself focused. And I just reach out to new people, make new contacts. It's something that we are going to train you how to do. So if you're not one of those people that likes to, put yourself out there, just, buckle your seatbelt because we're going to show you how to do it and you'll get used to it. But really it's just connecting with people that you already know, people you're friends with, people that you have stuff in common with. It's not weird or creepy if you don't make it that way. So then I eat my lunch, and then I create or research content for posts and groups. So this would be if I wanted to post a tip in a certain group, or maybe I wanted to come up with a meal plan for my next clean eating group. As a newer coach, you don't have to create a ton of content because we've done a lot of that for you as far as clean eating groups and things to post in your challenges and stuff like that. Our online office that we have access to has guides for every single thing you could possibly want. So, but if you have a creative side, this is the time for you to create your stuff. I check in with my groups a couple times a day. I reach out to at least one coach to connect or mentor. So I'll check in and make sure that that person's coming along good on their training, if they need help with something, or I'll just creep on their Facebook page and see what they're posting and make sure that they're putting themselves out there, because I like to give constructive criticism. And then I work on any projects in the afternoon, like my ads or trainings, stuff like that. That's going to be a little more advanced stuff once you have a bigger team underneath you and you're going to have to give them things to do. And then it's free time for my stuff like paying my bills and going grocery shopping and that fun stuff. Then I grab the kids from school, and then we do our family stuff. So, homework, if there's dance, if my daughter is in a play, my daughter's in Battle of the Books, she's in all this extra school stuff, so I have to do that. Then cook, eat, give the kids their baths, get them ready for bed, all that kind of stuff. Then I can kind of exhale and check in with my groups again and see if there's anything important that I need to, take care of. 8 o'clock, hubby time, hanging out with the hubs, watching our shows and, maybe having a glass of wine or something. And then usually once a week, I'll do a team call, obviously with Danielle and her team, and we'll trade off and one of us will handle the topic for the week. But those are always non-negotiable times for me, if at all possible. I mean, unless I'm bleeding or dying or something, I'm there. So that's important, and that's a really important part of my week. And then about 11 o'clock, I go to bed. I'm not one of those people that gets up at 4 a.m. to work out. Sorry, that's not me, but I do like my sleep, so I like to get 8-ish hours. But the cool thing to remember about this schedule is that everything can get swapped around at any time. So if there's something that I want to do in my kids' class, like say they're having their Christmas party in their class, or if I'm volunteering, right now I volunteer every other Friday to do spelling with the kids and do little groups with them and stuff like that, I can do that. My son is super accident prone, so when the school calls and says that he's gashed his head open, I can go and take him to the clinic and get him fixed up. And I just love being that mom. That's always been a dream of mine, is to be that mom who gets to, be home and be fulfilled and do something worthwhile for her family, but also I get to be the mom who gets to be there for my kids. So if there's stuff that I need to do for them, I'm available at a moment's notice. We live like 5 minutes from the school. And worst case scenario, I've got my business on my phone. So if I'm sitting at the ER, like my son got stitches in his head the other day, if I'm in the ER, I can, message people and check in with my coaches while we're waiting 3 hours, so it's not something that, it's not going to take you away from your life. You just have to schedule it the right way and make sure, you've got your tasks all set out for the day, and it's something that I can easily shuffle around. I don't have to worry about asking for time off from my boss or whatever. And like Danielle was saying about going to Cancun and stuff like that, my husband and I went on a cruise through Beachbody that was paid for. And, there was no calling up my boss and like crossing my fingers that I could get the time off. I just did it. And my husband's job is the one we had to worry about. So that's my day. I hope that helps you understand it a bit. That's it. And Danielle, if you have any questions, let me know.
No, I think that's great. And I think that's priceless, because that's what a lot of moms want, to be able to have that freedom, and not only that, but that time with their kids. So that's pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that.
You are welcome.
We have a couple more. We had Julie from our team, she works full time, and she's a fiance. So she 7 to 8 is getting ready for work. She makes breakfast, goes to lunch. 8:30 to 12, she goes to work. Sometimes she posts on our team how much she wishes she could be sitting at home, reaching out to people more. So it's pretty cool, because she's like dying to be Beachbody full time. So hopefully that's soon, right, Julie? I know you're on this call. 12 to 1, she's doing reach outs, which I believe that's during her lunch break. So she's replying to messages, and she's doing that during her lunch break and being productive during that little bit of time she's got. That's one thing we talk about is when you sign up as a coach, we're going to teach you how to be productive with 1 hour a day, because sometimes that's all we have. So it's really just what you do in that hour. 1 to 4:30, she's working. 4:15 to 5:50, or 4:50 to 5:15, she walks the dog. 5:15 to 6, workout. She's making time for a workout. And, if that was me, if I sit down, it's like, oh my gosh, game over. But she's getting it done right away. And then she starts dinner, showers, eats dinner, and then she's doing follow-ups for a solid hour that night, putting in a power hour, getting her stuff done, creating posts. And then she has her nighttime with her fiance. So she's not just totally swamped with all this stuff. She still has her freedom, and she still has her nights with her fiance, and then she does personal development before bed. So here's mine. I have a breakdown of mine too. I'm a full-time daycare provider and a wife. I have 8 kids, and 3 of them are infants, and all the other ones are under 2 years old. So my hands are full. I hardly get any time during the day. One of my kids is a brand new newborn, so I'm feeding her every hour to 2 hours, and she sleeps a lot, but not for long periods of time. So between her and the other 2 babies and all the other kids who also need to eat, this schedule is very flexible. But most of the time between 7 and 8 a.m. is my power hour, because kids are arriving, and kids kind of slowly arrive. Sometimes parents are late. So from 7 to 8, I can post in my challenge groups. I can follow up with my coaches. Or if I decide to do breakfast at that time, whatever, during my breakfast, we can turn on audio, and we listen to audio, because with daycare, it's kind of impossible to sit down and read a book, right? Like, how in the world can anyone do that with 8 kids? So to us, audio is really convenient to be able to listen to. 9 to 9:30, I'm doing reach outs. Usually that's kind of when the babies are all sleeping at the same time. So I can do a little bit of reach outs on my phone, whatever platform I'm using. And then 9:30, 10:30, we're usually doing crafts or games with the kids, trying to focus on them for that solid hour of keeping them, preoccupied before we get into crazy lunchtime and everything. So then we get into lunch and focus on feeding all the kids. 1 to 3:30 is kids nap time, but the babies obviously are always different, and you never can really count on it. But I know that I'm going to have a solid bit of time during that time to get something done. So I'm prepared. I know what I have to do as soon as those babies fall asleep. So I have a list, like sometimes we can fit in a workout, but not always now that we have a newborn. So if I'm not doing that, I know that what coaches I need to be checking in. I know who I need to follow up with, whether it's my people that I've talked to about coaching, if it's people that I've talked to that, want to get started on a program because it's still the new year, but they kind of, haven't committed to anything yet, whatever it is. I'm reaching out to those people and following up with people and utilizing that time. 3:30 to 5 is snack time. The kids are leaving, so I'm changing diapers, kind of getting them all ready. And one parent comes after the other, so it's like that time kind of just flies by. Once they leave, usually 5 to 5:30, we're running errands, whether it's to the store to pick up a few things or to the bank, whatever it is. Then we come back and prepare dinner, and I have dinner with my husband, and phones are up. We're usually just, we're enjoying our dinner time together because I don't want any of them to interfere. And that's one great thing about coaching is I can design my own schedule, and everything's not urgent. If someone messages me, they can wait a half hour until I'm done with dinner with my husband. So that's one cool thing. I am my own boss. At 7 o'clock, I'm returning messages to people. And like Amanda said, 8 o'clock, 2 to 3 nights a week, I usually have, whether it's a call with a new coach or team calls like this. That's usually Thursday nights. Sometimes it depends, like if I have a new call with the coaches. But like I said, I work my own schedule. After 8:30, phone's up. At least Dakota's a little more flexible with that, but my phone's up because I need that time with my husband. And I'm like Amanda, I have to have 8 hours of sleep. I'm always the first one to sleep. We go to bed together and he'll sit and watch TV and I'm out. But the cool thing about that is I know 8:30 I'm putting my phone up. Unless it's nights like this, obviously we're up later than usual, but it's pretty cool because I have like a clock out time. But what's great is with this, and this schedule that I run, is it's flexible and I'm earning a full-time income with both jobs. So that's pretty cool. And it's really like, if you look at the times that I'm actually doing work, I might be putting 2 hours in a day. So, and that's with me earning a full-time income. So I'd say that's pretty cool. If you treat it like a job and schedule it, it's going to come out like a job. Okay. A couple more examples real quick. Katie, she's a full-time college student. So for the first hour in the morning, she's checking her Coach Online office and emails, and she's reaching out and responding. She checks her school websites for updates, and she works out, all in just the first hour in the morning. It's pretty cool. She's really utilizing that first hour in the morning. Morning to evening, she goes to school, she studies. She checks her Coach Online office during the breaks. Evening, she works on building her pages and her challenge groups. So kind of like what I was talking about posting in your challenge groups and, forming posts for them. She cooks dinner, does homework at night, cleans up, relax, and bedtime. See, it's very laid back, but she still makes time for her business and has been very successful with it, which is pretty stinking awesome. Bridget, she is a wife and a mom of 3 kids. Her husband actually just returned from deployment. And so she was doing all this on her own with 3 kids. It's pretty cool. She gets up at 4:30 in the morning, and she does her every morning. She gets up that early and works out. It's awesome because I can't do it. I feel better, but it's hard to get up that early, and she does it every morning. It's paid off. So then she's doing her workout, and then she takes care of her kids and gets them off to school, which, 3 kids, that takes a lot of work, and she's loading them up and she's taking them. She's able to give them breakfast from 9 to 9:30. 9:30 to 11:30, she's running errands, preparing lunch for her husband, herself, and for the boys. 11:30 to 2, boys nap. So she knows that at that time, she has time with Beachbody. She can sit and, do her follow-ups and her reach-outs and post in her challenge groups, and also be able to get her household chores done. So she utilizes the time that she has while the kids are napping. She's a smart woman. I know a lot of us moms or daycare providers kind of rely on that nap time, right? So then 2 to 2:30, she wakes the boys up and gives them a snack. Then she loads them in the car to go pick up her daughter. Then from 4 to 6:30, she's preparing dinner, family dinner time, clean up dinner, bath time, put the kids to bed. And then after that, she's able to do more Beachbody stuff, at night before she goes to bed. So again, it's another example of a busy mom with 3 kids who still makes it work with a little bit of time in the morning, a little bit of time at night, and just a little bit of time in the middle. She makes the time and schedules it around. So that's helped her become really successful as well. It's really just a matter of mapping out your schedule and figuring it out and if it's worth it to you. Okay, extra perks and trips. So we get fun prizes like clothes, games, selfie sticks, bobbleheads. You want to give me that bobblehead? Blankets, blender, GoPro cameras, workout equipment, accessories, just tons of stuff. It's pretty cool. We're constantly getting prizes. I want to show you guys this little bobblehead of Siggy, Body Beast, Hammer and Chisel dude. It's just an example. I have so many bobbleheads, but it's so cool because Beachbody rewards us with prizes. We get Success Club trips, which are these trips like Cancun, Disney, the cruises, the resorts that you're seeing that are completely paid for. We get those paid for just by sharing the opportunity to people. It doesn't come out of our check or anything. It's just trips that we earn. So that's really stinking exciting too, because for one, I would have never been able to dream of Cancun until Beachbody. So that's pretty cool. And it was paid for. Coach Summit. So this is pretty cool if you hit Success Club, which we'll get more into if you decide to become a coach. But if you hit Success Club, your first 3 months of coaching, you get a free ticket to Coach Summit. So you have the opportunity of getting the free ticket and being able to experience Coach Summit. It's a pretty awesome experience I was talking about earlier. There's a leadership retreat that's in California. It's been in Arizona, I think. It's been maybe in more places. But that's pretty cool too because they have another retreat that you get to go on to. Then they have a top 10 trip. So the top 10 in the company, they've been to Italy. I think next year's Bora Bora and France. So it's pretty cool the trips that we get to take that are completely paid for. So yeah, just a couple little pictures of our team and Coach Summit. This was some of our team. We got to meet our CEO, Carl Darkler. This was in Cancun, a bunch of us coaches. So it's pretty cool. Got to go to LA a couple weeks ago and got to go to Beachbody Corporate and wear the Shakeology box, which was exciting. Some of the perks with coaching is pretty cool. All right, so the nitty gritty, how do we earn money? So this is probably the part a lot of you have been waiting for. So we receive a 25% discount on all of our purchases. It doesn't matter what it is, Shakeology, a workout, supplements, anything, you earn 25% discount on all of it as a coach. You also earn 25% commissions on all your customers' purchases. So anything someone orders under you as their coach, you're going to get a 25% commission. You also, every challenge pack you sell, you can earn $40 to $105 on a challenge pack, depending on which challenge pack they get. So that's a pretty big chunk of money. You earn 40% commissions on club memberships. So kind of the same thing as on-demand. Some of you know use on-demand. Same thing as club membership. You earn 40% commissions on those and 15% commissions on club membership retail purchases. So if someone has club membership and they order something like the supplement line or whatever, you earn 50% commission on that. Team cycle bonuses. So this is kind of where your residual income is going to come in. As you build your coach team, once you reach emerald rank in your business, like let's say you were to sign up 2 coaches. When you reach that rank, you qualify for cycle bonuses. So that could be $14 to $18 every cycle bonus. I don't want to confuse you, but that can be $250 to $12,000 per week. So I'll tell you that when I get my check every week, at least 75% of it, probably 90% of it is just in cycle bonuses. That's not including my commissions. My commission's extra, but the fact that I've just been building my coach team, they're all doing the work for me and I'm earning all this money that, technically I'm kind of not working for. So I'm just making all these cycle bonuses. So that's pretty stinking awesome too. That you get additional income on top of commissions. You get a matching bonus of 5 to 10% on your coach's cycle bonuses. So your coach's cycle bonuses down your downline, you get the matching bonus. A quarterly star bonus. So once you reach 2-star diamond rank, you get to open a second CBC, which is like another business center. And you can qualify for quarterly star bonuses. So it's usually $700 to $1,000 per quarter that you're earning. And once you reach 5-star, you get the 2-star and 5-star. So kind of confusing right now, but you learn as you go. And it just kind of gives you an idea of the income potential with this business. As you grow, it just keeps getting greater and greater. And if you reach elite and you're an elite status coach, you get an elite monthly bonus of $500. It's pretty stinking awesome how you can see the income potential in this as you grow and as you build your team. So it's not just based off commissions. Amanda, did you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, I love that we not only get rewarded for our retail, like the actual stuff that you quote unquote sell, but you get rewarded for helping your team succeed. So, Beachbody has it set up really in a pretty genius way. They're not just throwing people out there and saying, okay, well, good luck and go sell some Shakeology. They're saying your coach is going to help you and mentor you, and the better job you do training your team to do well, the more you're going to get rewarded. So I love that our paychecks are a direct reflection of how many people we help, and that's customers and clients as well as our coaches, because what fun is it if you are alone on your team, just doing your own thing and making money? It's not very fun. You need to bring everybody with you. So I love that we get rewarded for that.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm okay. I wanted to add earlier that, I had talked about when we become coaches, we're not salesmen. That's pretty yucky. So I wanted to just really go over that again about the fact that, we're just posting about our life. And we're real people. And Amanda had touched on that too. I think I had that slide in here and somehow it's gone. So I just wanted to talk about that again. So how much does it cost? So if you decide you want to become a coach, you have four options technically. My number one recommendation is to sign up with a challenge pack, because this comes with your 1 month of Shakeology, your business service fee, the sign up fee, and that's waived. The $39.95 is waived when you get the challenge pack. Then you get your workout program. So let's say, for example, you want 21 Day Fix. If you sign up with 21 Day Fix, that challenge pack comes with 1 month of Shakeology, which is normally $130, and the 21 Day Fix for $140, and that $40 coach sign up fee is waived. So that is your best option. And that way you're signing up being a product of the product. So you're already getting started right, and you're on the right fee, and you don't have to worry about being active status. You already will be. You'll be a product of the product. And that also includes 30 days free of the club membership. So that's Beachbody On Demand, that you can go and test out other workouts. The Showcase Challenge Pack, which is basically like the big boom. Like if you really want to get started with everything you want and kind of some stuff, handouts, if you know some people locally that you would like to help out, it comes with all this extra stuff. So you get the 21 Day Fix and Insanity Max 30, Shakeology Super Sampler, which is, samples of the different Shakeology samples so you can try different flavors. The 5-pack Shakeology.
Comes with Pio too, Danielle.
Okay, yeah, I missed that. You're right. And Pio, yes. So you get 3 programs, and then you get 10 Shakeology welcome guides and 5 Team Beachbody product catalogs. So that's $295. That's over $150 in savings. It's a killer deal. So if you really just want to sign up and have everything and just be, set for a while, that's a really good way to get started and kind of get some extras with it. You can also just sign up for the $15.95 monthly fee. Now, you won't be an active coach. So basically that just provides you your 3 Beachbody websites. Basically, you're branded with being Beachbody through the infomercials, and basically like we're the warehouse that does all of our direct shipments and our customer service and all that kind of stuff that we need in our Coach Online office. You'll have just with the $15.95, but you won't be an active coach. Then you have, if you're in the military, so if you're active duty or you're a veteran, you don't have to pay that sign-up fee. So that's something to think about too. If you want Shakeology, you're not going to have to pay that $15.95 a month fee to be a coach. So again, number one recommendation is challenge pack. That way you get started on the right foot. Amanda, did you have anything to add to that before I go into the next slide?
There was something, and I'm trying to think about what it was. Oh, I mean, yeah, like pretty much with any of this, like you look at the $15.95 monthly fee, and I just look at that and I'm just amazed that we get to do what we do for that cost. If you think about like owning your own business and opening the doors to this new business that you have, like so many opportunities, are asking you to invest in a bunch of inventory. And I love that we don't deal with that. We don't have inventory. We don't have to ship things. We don't have to deal with returns. Beachbody handles all of that for us. And they also put millions of dollars into advertising on TV for us, and that's huge. So the fact that the $15.95 covers that every month just blows my mind. And I mean, the fact that that's all it costs to start out, as a coach is crazy. But yes, absolutely, like Danielle said, you want to start out with the challenge pack or the showcase because you want to get started right, and you're not going to get a good deal like that again, because they didn't have the showcase, especially when I signed up, because I mean, that is killer, and that's our 3 most popular programs, so you can't go wrong.
Right. Okay, so I just want to put in a little snippet of what our coaches are saying about Beachbody. So, Amy, since being a coach, I have found the confidence and support I need to push myself to create goals and achieve them consistently with pride. I no longer dread working out because of how happy it has made me to be a part of a healthy and inspirational community. My husband and I have decided not to try starting a family until we have reached our goal fitness level, and Beachbody is getting us closer and closer every day. Keisha, since Beachbody has become a part of my life as a customer first, honestly, it saved my life. My body was left extremely weak from a horrible bout of ulcerative colitis. I am stronger and back in clinical remission. Since becoming a coach, it has given me a wonderful support group and has given me focus on my journey and my life. My journey is only going forward from here. Awesome. Lexi, since Beachbody has come into my life, I was able to say no to weight loss surgery. Chronic pain isn't as bad as well. I have the confidence in myself I have never had before. I used to be so self-conscious. I'm so happy. Plus, having a second family who knows exactly what you are going through makes the journey of health and fitness so much easier. Lindsay, since signing up with Beachbody, this is what I've experienced. Weight loss results that are better than I've ever experienced. I've lost more weight and built more muscle than I've ever before, and it's lasted longer and been more consistent. My confidence is through the roof between my results and getting more comfortable just talking to people. My relationships with all the friends and family has grown immensely. Everyone has been so supportive, and most have jumped on board with me on my workouts and even joining my team. Finally, I feel like I have purpose that means something to people that my full-time job could never give me. That's so true. Katie, since joining Beachbody, I've become more confident, goal-oriented, and motivated to live my life and reach my goals. Before, I was just trying to go through the motions of life and not really living, but since I became a coach, it encourages me to do and be the best me that I can be. And I'm so proud of who I've become and what I'm striving for. It's kind of cool. Reading them out loud kind of makes you really think about how much it's changed your life too. But we won't get into that because I might cry.
I was about to say, how did you even get through those? Like, I'm over here kind of getting a little tear going on.
When I typed them out, I had a really hard time because these girls are really dear to my heart. And so to be able to actually hear them talk about, what Beachbody has done for them, it's so priceless, all the lives that we see changed within this, whether they're coaches or just challengers that have transformed their lives. All right, are you ready? Are you ready to make a change? Choose your challenge pack and get ready to live your life by design. I will say that when I started, I'm going to go ahead and stop share. But when I started, I was so scared. I was so scared that I wouldn't be successful. But you know what? I had my coach drop out, and look where I am today. I've busted my butt because I knew what I wanted, and I made it happen. And I can't imagine if I didn't. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to all of you that took time out of your night to be on this call. It was just so great to see you guys, and I hope that we answered a lot of questions. If you guys have any questions at all, you can go ahead and unmute yourself and ask any questions. Amanda, if you have anything to add.
Wow, like hearing those stories, it reminds me of why I started as a coach, and really I had no idea what I was getting into, and I had no idea how huge this would be in my life and for my family's life. I can't even think back on a time where I wasn't doing Beachbody, and it's so strange because this is part of who I am now. And going forward, I can't imagine doing anything else. I was in such a bad place. When I started, like Danielle said, she put hers on a credit card because they were on food stamps. I was on food stamps also. State assistance, I secretly used part of our tax return to get started, and it was the best decision I've ever made, and it's paid me back in, innumerable ways. So if you are at all curious, if you're at all thinking about this, give yourself the chance, talk with your coach, and see if this is right for you, because it can change your life.
I agree. Okay, if we have no questions, I'll probably go ahead and finish the recording. So this is the last chance. No questions? All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording.